Kelly. John is a personal injury attorney in Phoenix, Arizona. He's agreed to answer our online question. This question was specifically related to do the police have the final say in a car accident, whether who's at fault? So here's the exact question that was asked by Sarah. Sarah says, I was in a car accident in downtown Phoenix. The officer who responded barely listened to me before putting down that the accident was my fault, and then he left. The accident wasn't my fault, and now this is causing me a real headache. Can I argue this, or do the police have the final word and who's at fault?
Well, it's a great question from Sarah, actually. The police don't have the final word of who is at fault for the accident. Now, they may cite Sarah for the accident, and she might have to go to court for that in the kind of the criminal side of things and resolve that. And she could get a conviction there, or be held responsible. However, there's a whole nother aspect to a civil case. So a civil case can be apportioned. So she might have a certain percentage fault, but the other party might have fault there too. And so that kind of comes down to the investigation after the police are there. So what I typically do is get the police reports. We need to talk about whether there was other witnesses that the police didn't talk to. And in this circumstance, it sounds like the police were in a rush and didn't really evaluate the whole situation. So there may be other witnesses there that we can get affidavits from. There's also the possibility of cameras in the area on buildings, surveillance video that we could get. The officer may have a body cam that we could request and get the full supplements of all the reports to see if there's other things in there that the officer evaluated but incorrectly. There's a whole slew of things that we can do to try to tip the scales in the favor of my clients. So the officers do have some pretty heavy weight in a case. If you're cited for an accident, you do have somewhat of an uphill battle, but that can be overcome by other evidence. And the insurance companies, even if you do have an apportionment of fault, they may end up finding that although you have some fault, you don't have the majority of it, which means you do have a claim to pursue there.
Excellent. Well, if you have any other questions from John, just post them in the comments section below the video. Thanks for your time, John.
Thank you. And you can reach out to me at Kelly Law Team anytime at 602-283-4122.
Thanks, John.